Okay, today we're looking at 5 ways to acquire spiritual gifts. 5 ways to acquire spiritual gifts. Good day to you. It's a happy Sunday here in Nigeria. Today is 3rd of August 2025, and I'm happy to have you back again on Makisagi TV. This is Michael Sagi, and today we're looking at 5 ways to acquire spiritual gifts. You might ask, spiritual gifts, is it something that you can acquire? Is it not something that's just given to you naturally by God? How can you say you have ways to acquire spiritual gifts? Is it not something that God will just give to you and that will be all? Okay, to a very large extent, you're right. Spiritual gift is given to us by God, and we don't buy it. So when I'm teaching about 5 ways you cannot acquire spiritual gifts, 5 ways that people think that you might acquire spiritual gift, but it's not possible for you to acquire spiritual gifts through those ways, then you get to know what I'm talking about. So by the time you know the 5 ways, it's not they are not limited to these 5 ways anyway. But I'll just talk on the most important 5 ways in which one can acquire spiritual gifts. Then you get to know 5 ways you cannot acquire spiritual gifts. Okay, so just join me on this journey. Um, you get to know that it's a kind of a fast, it's going to be a smooth journey. So just put on your seatbelt and then enjoy the roller coaster of this. Okay. Number one is that spiritual gifts does not involve, you cannot buy it. You cannot buy spiritual gifts. So have that in mind. So if somebody tells you that you need to pay some amount of money to go through some training or to go through some fasting and prayer, to go to that you pay some amount of money for you to become for you to acquire a gift of healing or gift of deliverance, and because you need to or to acquire some gift of prophesying, you have to pay some amount to some people, to some specialists that will take you through the training. Please don't. Okay, once it involves money, it's not, because money is good. We all know that with money you buy things, with money you meet your needs, with money you are safe from embarrassment. Yes, that's true. But you cannot acquire spiritual gifts through buying and selling. Please, it's not, you cannot buy it. You cannot buy spiritual gifts. So don't let anybody tell you that. So okay, now you might ask me, Mike, you mentioned like fasting and prayer, right? So does it mean that fasting and prayer doesn't have anything to do with spiritual gifts? Yes, fasting and prayer can help to put fire on your spiritual gift, to energize it, to strengthen it, to make it stronger. It's true. But if you hear what I said if someone tells you that you need to pay for some rigorous exercise, that will be taking some rigorous spiritual exercise that you need to go through for you to become a prophet, or for you to become a healer, a spiritual healer, or for you to become a spiritual deliverance minister, that you need to pay some set of people, a particular person. Please don't pay for it, because you cannot buy spiritual gifts. Even if they try to make it so beautiful, they try to make it so you can see that it's even funny. I'm laughing because it's so, because I've heard it sometimes in the past where people say that you can pay for spiritual gifts. So sometimes I just laugh over it because it's quite funny. So please, don't let anybody fool you. Don't let anybody deceive you that you need to pay. All right. So you can't buy spiritual gifts. That is it's not a way to get a spiritual gifts. Then the second one is that the spiritual gift is free. That's the point I'm trying to make on our first one. It's free. You don't pay for it. Okay, it's free. It's not. It doesn't have any monetary price to it. Okay, it's not something that you pay for. Then number two is you can acquire it pre-birth. That is, before you are born, you can be chosen. can be chosen, yes. So spiritual gifts can be acquired pre-birth. Before you are born, you can acquire spiritual gifts before you are born. Okay, so have that in mind. I can give an example, like the likes of Jeremiah. God told him that before you were born, I already called you a prophet. I've chosen you to be a prophet even before you were born. So Jeremiah was born as a prophet. So it wasn't after he was born, then he grew up and started learning the skills. No. Okay. In the case of Jeremiah, he was born as a prophet, and that was exactly what happened in his life, and he started prophesying. So spiritual gift, we said the first one is that it's free. You don't buy it. It's acquired free of charge. You don't pay for it. So even a child that the parents are like not, they are not, I don't want to use the word poor, but I want to use the word like people that are not economically buoyant. You understand? The child can be a prophet. So that, you understand what I'm saying? So God does not follow whether you are rich or whether you are poor, because it's free. So a son of a man who is struggling financially can be a prophet, can be a healer, can be a deliverance minister. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't pay to acquire. Then second one, like I said, is some spiritual gifts are gotten pre-birth. Okay, so before you're born, like even Samuel, you know, Samuel is on start manifesting even right from childhood. So the mother Hannah promised God that I'm going to give you the baby if you give a boy to me. You know, she was specific by the gender she wanted. She wasn't just talking, asking um, in a vague manner. She was specific. She knew what she wanted. She said, "Give me a male, a boy." And when you give me this boy, it doesn't mean that women cannot be prophet. No, that was the gender she wanted. Okay? We have Prophet Deborah in the Bible. We have other prophets in the Bible. So a woman can be a prophetess. So, but in the case of Hannah, she asked for a male child. And she said, when you give me this child, I will give the child back to you. She didn't say the child will become a prophet, or the child will become a priest, or the child will become a healer, or she just said, I will give the child back to you. So it's God that decided the kind of gift he's going to give to the boy. God decided that the boy is going to be a prophet. So as soon as she was weaned, the boy was weaned, like as soon as he stopped taking the mother's milk, what happened? He took him to the temple, took him to the house of God, and handed him over to Prophet Eli, who became his spiritual father, who became his mentor, and that was how Samuel started um, uh, his work as a prophet. The case of Samuel was quite kind of difficult, because the first prophecy he was going to give was a prophecy that was bringing doom to the family of his mentor Eli. That was the first assignment that was given to him by God, to prophesy to his own daddy, his own spiritual daddy, that God was coming to punish his family. So as a little boy, that was quite difficult for him. The Bible said when he woke up, he was cleaning and arranging and everything, and he was scared to pass the message to Eli. You wouldn't blame him. He was just a little boy of like let's say like 9, 10, and you're telling him to go tell a man that is old enough to be his grandfather, his great grandfather, that God is coming to punish him and his family. So it wasn't easy for him. So until Eli said, God told you something last night. Tell me. If you don't tell me, it will come upon your own head. At that point, he said, Baba, I'm sorry, I'm going to tell you. I will tell you this. I will tell you now. So that was how he gave that information. So I just gave only two now. Then the next part, you're going to have the remaining three. What are these two? First, spiritual gift is acquired free of charge. Say 5 ways to acquire spiritual gifts. Spiritual gifts acquired free of charge. Then two, spiritual gifts is can be gotten before birth. I gave two examples. I gave Samuel, I gave Jeremiah, and even John the Baptist. Before John the Baptist was born, the angel Gabriel appeared to the father, Zachariah, and told him, your son will be called John and is going to prepare the way for the Lord Jesus Christ. And that gift was given to him before his birth. So these are two ways. I'm going to be mentioning the three other ways in the part 2 of this video, because I don't want the video to be too long. I don't want to get to 12 minutes. So we already hit 10 minutes and a few seconds. So I'll be ending this now. Then you click again for the second video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, ask your questions with respect to choosing, respect to spiritual things. Ask your questions, because we will start the angelic series very soon. We are still on the chosen series. Don't forget, you're choosing administrator, you're choosing a specialist. Michael Sagi. Bye for now.